Hello again, Struckwap. Welcome back another evening to streaming. Today I'm starting kind of late, but it's gonna be like, let's say, a few hours of me streaming a bit of Beastmaster gameplay in Last Epoch. And Last Epoch the other day released a preview, kind of patch notes about 077, which I'm assuming is coming sometime next week. So we will know soon enough. For those of you who are interested about the patch notes, let me quickly give you the link, because someone might want it. So yeah, let's share the patch notes with you. If you're watching on YouTube, by the way, the patch notes are in the description as well, so keep that in mind too. And I'm assuming this is not full patch notes, there's probably gonna be more than what's written there, but most of it is written, so I'm giving everyone now the link on YouTube, Mixer and Twitch. And that's the link, and without further ado, let's go inside the game and do some killing of enemies. I'm gonna be doing the endgame modes, the monolith and arena game modes. Since I've been farming, the last few times I played the game, like the last 5-6 times I think I played the game, was with the Sorcerer. I did get a lot of gear for this guy that probably would be an upgrade to what I'm using. So there's a few things I might wanna test and check. For example, this one, do I want that damage reduction, or do I wanna go for a more damage oriented setup with I had some axes prepared. I wanna see if this one's better than the one I'm using. I wanna see if this one's better than the one I'm using. And if this one is better, 2782 163, 26115, 124 169. So the other stats at the bottom seem to be the same. Oh no, that's more dodge rating. And I had prepared another axe somewhere here, I just can't find it. There we go. So those are things I need to check to see if it's better than what I'm wearing. I've never tested an undisputed, and I really want to test it because it seems like a very nice one. And I'm wondering if I should get rid of the scorpion and the raptor and just go for wolves and bear. For now I'm going all in on the summons. This is kind of how I'm playing this setup right now. Okay. Now let's compare quickly. Wait, why are those so different? Look at the one that's currently equipped is 14 melee and then melee code. The other one is melee physical and critical strike chance. Is this a bug? Or is this one just different because it was not dropped on the mage? It's weird. It's super weird having one with crit chance and then another one with code. And then this one is also code. Weird stuff going on here. Well, I think that one seems nice, the one with the crit chance. Might be wrong, but we'll see. For now I'm just gonna put the other one away. And I'll also put this one away. Now let's see between those two which one is better before I move on to do some endgame. Is this always the exact same? Oh, the increased melee attack speed is different in the chew duration. I'm gonna go for this one. So really excited to test this undisputed one. But before that, let's just start. Oh, I need some energy. A nice Conquer 25. Can I survive further? Enrage at half HP or increase damage. Well, how much more damage do they do when they're enraged? Is what I'm wondering. I'm gonna check this one. Okay, just a second, was checking if the strings are running fine on the dashboard. So I've forgotten how this build was played. If I remember correctly, it was just about me surviving and swiping. Was my max wolf limit 2 for now? I think it was. Yeah, I should be careful. Something like this. Right, now let's do the other thing. Let's use the undisputed. If I can reach the enemy to hit it in the first place. What was the bonus on that axe? Extra damage, extra speed, extra wife leech. Oh, and up to extra 200%, so as long as I hit I'm gonna be getting extra damage. No. Okay. Well, now I'm out of potions. Good thing my pets can do the killing even if I don't. So there's a lot of bonuses on this map for the enemies. Extra HP, extra damage, extra crit damage, just the crit chance. They're over boosted right now. Just trying to survive. My pets do die pretty quickly, by the way. Not noticing that big of a difference in the damage, but I guess I need to keep hitting to get that damage with the Undisputed. 20 hits to get the most of it, so 20 hits is quite a lot. And what's the duration of those stacks? Past 4 seconds, so should have hit enemies in the past 4 seconds. I'm loving how much information this game is providing. Right, let's keep pushing. What's my quest here? Oh, a Vial Forge. Vial, was that creatures? Beasts and stuff? And how's my defenses as well? Might need some crit strike avoidance on this build. I don't think I've got any. Yep. Q. Torch of the Pontifex. Oh, the second time I'm getting this one. There's gonna be quite a few changes in regards to obtaining items from the shop and things like that, and thankfully they're making the buyback be 100% of the money you got from selling the item, in case you sell something by accident. So I just can't wait to see all those changes getting implemented and to see how the performance would change. Because currently, if I switch the performance, you're gonna see the FPS is kind of going down, and this is one of the good zones. There are zones where the FPS is much crappier. So we'll see how this changes soon. I'm wondering if this Undisputed increases my pet damage. It says increases physical damage, but does this physical damage affect my minions? I guess it doesn't, because minions have their own stat minion damage, so it should be just for me. Yeah, my pets are kind of whacking at the moment for both survivability and damage. Need to do something to make them stronger, I guess. Oh no, Spinny Boy. see. Come on, res. Did I manage to res it on time? Ah! Well, there goes this one. Yeah, I need to work on the survivability a bit more and on the damage. At the moment I'm not liking this build at all. I mean, it was fun until a certain point, but then it started getting super weak. So I'm probably gonna have to get rid of the raptor and the scorpion and focus on just wolves and bear. And maybe add some healing. Because the healing skill is a great way of probably getting some stuff for me and the pets to keep surviving. Not sure what else could help. Attack and cast speed of the allies with a frenzy totem. But yeah, we'll see. For now I'm gonna play this because I don't feel like theory crafting a new build right now. So I'm just gonna be doing what I was doing. But there goes the 25 streak. Gonna be going for experience. I didn't even see this hit coming. I thought I was dodging all the attacks, but the wall on the map was kind of obscuring some of the floor, so I couldn't see where the stones are falling. And again, those fucking annoying enemies that are spamming. Look at how many stones they're spamming to fall on the ground, and then they have the other attack. And when you group up a few of those, it's a bit overpowered of an enemy for close range combat. I mean, with my mage, I don't really care much because I just spam damage from afar and avoid. And sometimes I'm trying to attack the enemy, but my character starts moving. So it's the opposite of the problem I have with other games. With other games, I'm trying to make my character to force move. Here, it seems to be force moving pretty often when I'm actually trying to attack with basic hits. Pretty strange. I wish I could see the HP number of an enemy to know how much HP an enemy has got. See, I'm trying to attack it, it's not working. I can't use basic attack. Okay, I had force to move, I guess that's why. But force to move is nice, I'm a big fan of force to move. Even with this sometimes it's having trouble attacking. Wait, it's using swipe? Is swipe replacing my basic attack? I guess it is. Yeah, when I'm using my left click, it was not doing basic attacks. It was doing swipe, and after that, switching to basic attacks. Which I mean, it's fine, but I can do that with the other button too. Alright, let's just keep moving. go for the worm. Anything worth picking up? Evasion. Oh, I need to start figuring out what to do with my gear upgrade wise on this character. As I said, I've got 0% crit strike avoidance because I was focusing on glancing bows and dodge rating. I'm not sure what would be best. Probably replacing this armor for something else might be fine. And replacing this one definitely would be needed. So I'm gonna have to craft myself a good belt. Maybe from my mage I might have some leftovers in the warehouse. Some of my old mage belts. Alright, I guess that's not the case. Everything fractured, anything I can craft. Man, I'm gonna have to replace those. That's a lot of minion armor, a lot of movement speed, but at least one of those would need to go. So I can get a proper ring. But for now I can use this one. For more armor for my minions. Let's see, this thing, nope. Might start crafting this one into something nice. Oh, crit avoidance ring, that might be good to make into something useful. Let's see, can I? And if I get rid of this, actually this one better, less armor. I'm gonna need a little bit more dodge rating and a tiny little bit of glancing blows. So let's focus on the dodge rating, I guess. Too risky, 77%. But let's gamble. Nice. So let's see if my pets would keep dying a lot when I change this ring. So my dodge rating didn't really change much, did it? 4%, which is not a small number, but my resistance is. Let's go on. I'm gonna do this one. What's this? Not even gonna take this one. From the idols I can get some good upgrades of the ones I'm using right now. Deflection, nice. It's elite. Come on, pets, this way. Was it A to tell them to come here? I think it was A. Yeah, it is A. I love it when I can control my pets. Any hack and slash game that has pets needs to be like Last Epoch, having a specific number on the keyboard that you can bind for a focused attack of the pets. So what was I building for? Health leech. Where was the damage reduction? The boar. So I need to get aspect of the boar maxed out if I want to be surviving. That damage reduction is just super tempting. Come on. Would have been nice if there was a boar I could summon. Since aspect of the boar, aspect of the lynx, we do have something that looks like a lynx, although much bigger than a lynx. I'm just checking if there's anything worth picking up. And hey, old Coffin Spirit. I find this ARPG refreshing. It's pretty refreshing and it has so much quality of life for something that's still in beta. I'm surprised by the amount of quality of life things that are in the game. And there's more good stuff coming. So the next patch is coming next week. So pretty soon, in a few days, we would know how the game changes. My biggest problems right now with the game are it has some serious FPS drops at certain zones, but they are already um, releasing new shader for the next update. So with the next update, there's gonna be a new shader that they've made or gotten made for the game. So knowing that they know the weak links of the game and are working towards those weak links instead of focusing on stuff that's not important is good. Some developers do make mistakes in regards to focusing on the wrong things, but it looks like the developers of this game do know what people need, what people want. So when they fix the performance issues, hopefully with next patch they will, and when the game becomes more beautiful, which it definitely will with the next patch, we've already seen some previews and it does look much prettier than before. I think this game is pretty refreshing for someone who wants a bit better balanced game compared to some of the other ones that are out there in the market. Like if I have to compare this to Wosen and Path of Exile and Diablo, I would say this has much more viable options than Wosen right now, because Wosen right now is terribly badly balanced. When it comes to Path of Exile, you're not forced into playing all the meta builds, I guess, unless you want to be pushing some of the high arena levels. But no one's telling you, hey, if you want to get the best gear, you have to do this content and you have to do the meta build. You can play this game with a non-meta build and still enjoy the best items possible as drops. Of course, it's much better if you push further and further and get more wood quality, but I'm liking that I don't feel forced to be playing a build that's meta, that may not be as fun for me as I do feel forced in other games. Minion chance to bleed on hit, mana gained. So okay, this is interesting. And it has so many good things, like just look at this system here. The system of having charms like Diablo 3, but you have a specific inventory and you have to decide how you want to arrange those things. So you have certain slots and you need to kind of decide what to do. Some choices need to be made here regarding what one might want. Let's see, dodge rating, dodge rating. Oh, and you have searches, which many games don't have searches even when they launch. So having something like this for me is a great bonus. Dodge rating 10, 8. Let's actually type avoidance, avoid. So that really helps. That really helps being able to search like this. Let's see, here I've got minion damage, chance to receive glancing blows, chance to receive glancing blows, more chance to receive glancing blows. This one is HP. This one, chance to cast Healing Nova when hit, but it's only 5%. And that's why I'm probably gonna get rid of this and... Increase minion critical strike chance. 25%. Okay, and there should be some more here. Well, nothing too fancy on this side. Oh, 25 minion crit strike chance, mana gain. Oh, that's the one I was using earlier. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, have to play inventory Tetris. This is kind of weird sometimes. Sometimes I wanna avoid using auto arrange. And yeah, it just... Alright, let's go kill some stuff now. And I'm loving the crafting system, which is getting expanded. It is getting expanded as well pretty soon. So basically you can dismantle some items to get certain modifiers from those items. Like, let's break this one down. Like, I can use this rune and I can extract some of the parts on it. You can see I got cooldown, recovery, speed shard, poison shard, and then you can take an item that is not broken and you can upgrade some of the stuff on this item. Like, let's see, and then this didn't break. Now I can try and upgrade another one. Like this one. 70% chance for success. And it didn't break again. And now it's gonna break, just to show you. Now it did break. Divine Era. I love playing in the Divine Era. Alright, let's see. The only thing I'm not a big fan of in this game is the competitive mode being endless. I detest endless things in games. I like having a limit, and when people are competing, I like competing for time or points or both, rather than having an endless grind and not being able to continue where you left off. Because not everyone can spend 4 or 5 hours just grinding the same content over and over and over when it comes to the arena. And the arena in this game is a survival mode where you just defend against waves with a checkpoint every 5 waves where you can decide to keep going or leave and get your wood. And since it has no end, it's pretty boring. It's pretty boring, and I hope they reconsider how it is. I'd much rather have an end and then compete for who would clear this faster and who would get more points. Grimdown's Crucible, I always say, is the best survival mode I've seen in a hack and slash game so far. It has different buffs and things you can get for yourself. It has different turrets that you can kind of get to slow the enemies or buff you and so on. It randomizes what modifiers the enemies are getting and what negative modifiers you're getting or positive modifiers for yourself. So it's managed to do a pretty nice job when it comes to the survival mode and create entertainment in Grimdown. This game has a good basis, but I think it needs to kind of rework its competitive mode, its arena. Because I don't even feel like doing the arena, it's just boring. knowing that if I decide to do it and if I want to be pushing as far as I want to, I can't continue tomorrow. For example, let's say I've got 1 or 2 hours every day and I can't just go on more than that each day. And let's say I want to spend like half an hour or an hour every day on the arena and bit by bit try and push further and further and have some checkpoints from which I can continue my progress. But I'd much rather see a limit. I mean, seriously, doing 2, 3, 400 waves one after the other, just if that was 2, 3, 400 minutes, even if it takes you a minute per wave, it's still a lot of time. But I'm assuming 400 waves probably takes 7, 8 hours or so. Maybe with good builds 4 or 5 hours, but that's still a ton of time. Right, I keep paying attention to the items that are dropping. I'm liking that this one, on the other hand, is different. It still keeps going further and further, but the thing that keeps going further kind of has an end, has an expiration. So you have for the X number of timelines, which is the maps you're doing, certain bonuses are applied, which is pretty fun. Sometimes you might end up being such a monstrosity of a map that's super difficult to complete, or if you want to take it easy, you might end up picking some of the easier stuff but get less rewards, less XP, less magic find. They've made a good balance so far when it comes to this. And I really enjoyed playing mages in this game, whereas in games like Wosen, in Wosen right now mages are kind of weak if you go full mage, if you don't go like a hybrid mage. Come on. And I'm loving the summoner build here. See, this game gets it. This game gets how summon builds should be. Wosen, again, I'm gonna compare it to Wosen because yeah, it was the biggest thing that happened this year so far, I guess, in the genre. I'm actually surprised how many people were playing Wosen. I was expecting no more than 10-15,000 people to play the game on launch day. Then you have like over 100,000 people trying to play it. But yeah, in Wosen the summons are kind of super boring. Like they're not like here or like Brim Down or other games where the summons are strong and do a lot of damage and can maybe taunt. I mean, on Grim Down you have in Grim Down, not mean in Wosen you have taunting from the pets and they can tank for you, and you can transfer some of the damage. But apart from that, they're pretty boring. Here you have active skills, which are actually fun. I've got an Enrage for my Raptor, I've got a Shout for my Wolves, a How I mean, not a Shout, a How. I've got Taunt from the Bear, and the Scorpion has some poison, so pretty fun way of doing pets, with those active skills apart from the passive ones, and the active skills being fun, useful things. So we've got a week, not a week, but we've got a few days left. Not gonna be surprised if they release the update in the next week at the beginning, like Monday, Tuesday. Not sure everyone wants to be doing a Monday release, but who knows, maybe they would surprise us and do a Monday release. Alright, let's see. liking this part where the rewards I'm getting in the town, right next to the NPC, so I can sell what I don't need to the shop. And also the amount of unique items I'm getting is super nice in this game. And you can gamble and get some items from the gamble. What will be going away is currently the shop has a chance to sell me a unique item. Every time the shop resets, and there's a chance to get a unique item, or in this case I got a set item. This would be going away, which I understand. Although many people on the forums are saying since it's an alpha, it's good to keep this, so it would be easier for us to gear up with different items and test whether they work properly as intended and test different builds. So in this regard I would agree. But definitely if they decide to remove it after launch, if they, well, supposedly they are removing this with the next patch, but maybe they might change their mind. But if they keep it until launch, it's gonna be nice. But it's good that you can still get unique and set items from gambling. So even if there aren't any from the NPC, you can still gamble your way uh, into getting a nice unique or legendary. Alright, let's oh, that's a good pair of boots. Is that tier 5? Tier 4 glancing balls. I might put this in the stash. Oh, glancing balls. And now I'm at 107. Oh, never mind. I don't need this then. So let's compare quickly. The compare is also great. The compare system in the game is amazing. Like this type of compare. You can see the range of something if you hold a specific button. You can also see the tiers, and you can see such detailed descriptions about everything. I mean, the quality of life is so nice with this game. 53, 56, 10, 11, 50, 50, 20%. Well, obviously this is the better one, and this one I can sell. Oh, let's check if this one's better. I don't think it is. Yeah, mine's with 97 HP. Kind of hard to beat that. Okay, oh, this just needs to go. But Last Epoch is definitely a game I think everyone needs to test for themselves. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of people would enjoy it, but many people wouldn't as well. I've already heard comments from some people that often come and watch me stream. I've already heard that some people don't find it to their liking based on what they've seen, but others really liked it. So kind of mixed reviews, I guess, or mixed impressions. Another one that I don't need. I'm looking for one of those pontifex. Shit, where did I leave the other pontifex torch? I'm pretty sure I got it. Just can't find where I put it. Might be in my inventory on the mage. Divine error again. Regenerating enemies. Thankfully with the pets that's not a problem, because they can hit pretty quickly. Oh, and there's gonna be shrines, by the way, with the next update. Can't wait for those to be here. I really love the designs of the shrines that they've teased so far. Each era would have its own shrine design for when it's available, for when it's active, and for when it's already expired. So the quest is this way. Oh, and there's gonna be zooming in and out on the mini-map, which I really like. It's not gonna be just this map, the overlay, but the mini-map here as well. So both maps are supposedly getting zooming options, which I really asked for. Not officially, I never wrote this, but when streaming I was like, oh, wouldn't it be nice if they make it like that? Also, did I see transparency options? I don't think there's options right now for transparency, but there should be some coming. There we go. Let's see here. No, that was not much in the chest. Aspect of the Viper. Is it worth it? 13% duration. What tier is this? Tier 1, and it goes between 10 and 25. Okay, if it's between 10 and 25 and I got 13, and then between 15 and 40 I got 21. Just gonna get rid of it. Alright, nothing too fancy dropped. But yeah, the most fun I have on this game when making items, crafting myself some items with this system here. This isn't a bad base. I'm gonna keep it because it seems like a good base. Okay, next we've got which one do I want? I want the one with the more XP, obviously. Trying to get more levels for more damage reduction from aspect of the boar. Right. One of my Steam friends is playing something called Tribes of Midgard open beta. I'm wondering whether that's an ARPG or not. It does sound kind of like RPG-ish in the name. I might check it later. First time I'm hearing this. Makes me wonder, it gets me curious what type of a game it is. Because I know this person used to play Chaos Bane with me. So I'm wondering if he's playing another new ARPG. But open beta might also refer to some sort of multiplayer game online. For having zero necrotic protection, being able to take a lot of the hits here. Probably they're doing mostly physical damage. Wait, I heard a weird sound. I heard like pew pew. Wondering if 100% dodge chance is doable, which should be. I think if you stack dodge chance on every item, regarding regardless whether it's the affix or prefix or both, in best cases you would be having that suffix in a few and then the other one in a few items for the set bonus. And it's nice how in this game you can craft yourself sets. Not real sets, but there's stats that can either be added as flat bonus or they can be added as a percent for each item of the same affix on equipped, which is kind of nice, kind of like a soft set that you're making yourself with crafting materials. So for example, this one is chance to receive a glancing blow, and then there should be a version I'm gonna show to someone who doesn't know it. Let's do it like this. This one. Set chance to receive a glancing blow, which gives you... I'm not sure I've got it here to show it, but it gives you the same bonus but less, but it's per item of the same affix. So let's say I've got 5 items with 4%, that's gonna be 5 times 4. which in the end would be better than one item with 10 or 12. So not a bad way of doing this. You just kind of need to custom craft stuff. And the same goes for dodge rating. I think it also has a set version. So in a way you're kind of making your own set items with those set affixes. And that's pretty original, having something like this. I don't think I've seen that kind of affix before on a craftable system. Something that you can make yourself. I've seen similar systems, but not similar affixes on other games, but not ones that you can craft yourself on the items. Drowsting, oh, another one of those. That's one of the more often dropped unique items. I keep getting it. Let's see the wood here. Arena key. With this key I can go and do some arena. I'm not sure I feel like doing arena, cause if I start it now, it's gonna last for a long time. Unless I die quickly. My record is dying in round 6. Is the lowest, and the highest I got on the mage was rank 75, 80? I can't remember. Oh no, actually I got to, I think I got pretty high, to 110 maybe, or 15 on my last try with the mage. So the lowest I've gotten was 6, and the highest I think was 115 on my final attempt with the mage. Which is not bad for knowing that I didn't have like a perfectly optimized gear and build. Definitely was good XP. Arena is good XP, so I might go ahead and do some now, just to get those levels flowing. So that was the set. The set, chance to receive a glancing bow per equipped item with this affix. This is 4% at tier 4. So tier 4 can go to 5%, I think tier 6 can go to 6% or 7 per item. Which means if you have 3 items of, let's say 3 items of 6, each of those would be giving you 3 times 6, so each of those would be giving you, what's that, 18? Pretty much better than the regular one. So definitely easier to get stats if you're using this one compared to the other one. And if you get 5 items, I think 5 items is kind of an overkill, maybe 4 is what you want. 4 times 6, what was that, 24? And then having 4 times 24, it's kind of close to 100. Then if it goes to 7, it's gonna be nice if one of them gives you a 7 instead of a 6. But yeah, min-maxing can be fun in this game, for sure. Oh, I've had another arena key. Nice. Let's go use it. Kudos to the artist of this game. There's been some very nice art in the game so far that I'm seeing. Big fan of the concept art and the loading screens and all of that. So as long as I can reach level 50 in the arena and do a little bit over that, I'm fine. Because reaching level 50, 60, 70 is very good XP. Even if I died around 60, 70, I'm still happy with the results XP wise. But you can see how this can be boring if it's just you standing and nothing else changes other than the enemies and the background, the backdrop. Apart from that, it's still the same. So there is no special mechanics, there is no points, there is no buffs, debuffs, and things like that. So it definitely needs some spicing up of the mode. But as a foundation, it's a very strong foundation to build upon. So they made the important stuff, and now they just need to figure out a bit more quality of life for this game mode. Because that's currently the only thing that people can compete in regards to competitive PvE. They will add leaderboards for the what was it, monolith? The things I was using earlier. For those runs they would also add leaderboards, but for now we only have leaderboards for the arena. So you can see that's kind of what we've got right now. Wave 1000. Man, this guy this guy probably spent 10 hours farming this, or 7-8 hours, unless he made some super overpowered AFK build where he can just stay in one place and just let things kill each other. But it takes a while. It takes a while pushing those levels. Even if you have the best build and can survive it, the patience is also needed, and I for sure cannot stand in one place doing that same content over and over and over without getting bored. Nice. But yeah, it would be nice to see some limits to this, and then a scoring system and timing, or both in one. continue. I'm getting close to a new level, by the way, which is nice. I wanna get that level. I need around, 10 more levels, roughly, to get some of the skills I want. And after that it's just gonna be some extra points for more damage and HP and crits and so on. But the major points I think are around 10 more that I need. Who's making all this poison on the ground? Okay, this one was surprisingly easier, but we're still at wave 15, so those chimeras can actually kill me super easy on the high waves. He's not gonna pick up everything. He's gonna be picking some of the things I think I need to dismantle for crafting, and the potions and the money and glyphs. The rest can stay. Right, let's move closer to the top and let them come to me. And 67. Is this a wave over? As soon as this is over, I'm gonna spend the points. As I said, I wanna max out the boar aspect of the boar. I need to max it out. So one more point here. I also need to max out this one, so that my melee hits would have, what is it? 5 times 4, 20% chance to grant me aspect of the boar. Okay. This is also nice and needed. Okay, I think I'm just gonna pick up those things. Keep moving. And I'm happy that they're reworking the whitening spell, whitening blast. So they're gonna be disabling the skill modifier, the skill tree for whitening blast. So if anyone doesn't know, this game has a skill tree for every skill, or will have a skill tree for every skill. Right now some still don't have it, but when you go into the skills and you can click on each skill, every skill has a tree that you can spec into differently. So you can specialize into 5 skills, and the ones that you specialize into you can build differently. So you can make a whitening spell, do cold damage, you can make a fire spell, do whitening, and things like that. Pretty fun. You can have 5 specialized skills and you can despecialize a skill that you no longer wanna use. Get it back to level 0 from level 20. And level up a new skill and specialize it the way you want. So you can kind of respec those. You can also respec one by one the levels by losing the level and needing to re-level it again. But leveling up a skill to 20 is easy. When you reach the end game and start doing some of the high level content, it's super easy to get the skill to 20. So this is kind of the weird shit I'm running right now, kind of focusing on bleeding at the moment. These pack hunters gives me 1 max to wolves. Then I've got this weird shit here for crits. This seems like a very good idea to run. I might test it later. Yeah, this might be super nice instead of that one. Or instead of going for the bleeding and damage over time. I could go for this one, so that's like 30% chance. And then another 4% chance on kill. And another 50% per point, so 100% extra melee damage. But this is gonna be good if I'm focusing on my melee damage. Or that's actually gonna buff the wolves themselves. This is gonna be good for a build where you're only using wolves, or maybe wolves and a bear. What about that? How on boss hit? Oh, how on boss hit? And even more duration for it. Yeah, there's some fun stuff with how. But that's the beauty of the game. You can kind of build it in such a way that using one thing or hitting enemies can proc another skill and auto cast it. So you're kind of casting things that are not on your skill bar. So even though you have like 4 skills and a right click, um, you can still get some skills to cast other skills. So pretty fun. This is probably good for a shaman with wolves. Alright, let's check the wood. There's definitely a lot of stuff to do, and that's not just the wolves. Every skill has some weird stuff that you can you can spec into. I'm personally going for damage over time, like bleeding, poison, etc. But I'm sure that that's far from the best setup, obviously, because you can see if it was a good setup, I would have been able to do much better and survive more. Normally I have problems with the survivability, not with the damage. And I think that's the thing about this game. There's a lot of sources of survivability. You have to pick your preferred way of surviving, but in general, glancing walls I think is needed for every build. And you may decide to not get dodge rating but go for crit avoidance or go for both. For now I have 0 crit avoidance and only dodge rating and glancing blows, but I wanna change this. I did get a little bit of crit avoidance with the new ring I made myself, this one. But this can be better, it can be more. Right. Come on pets, attack this one. What about the how? It doesn't say anything about the how. It's weird that I'm not seeing anything, any information about the how. Oh, there we go, the how. Frenzy. 50% increased damage. Okay. See if he's selling anything useful. Sometimes this NPC would have those shards I need for crafting. Increased minion critical strike chance, stun chance. What about that one? Alright, let's do the next one. Oh, those are a bit fast. I'm gonna kite a bit and let the pets do the killing. Come on, kill, 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 kill. Everyone on him. Oh, I was pressing Q instead of A. I'm wondering why they're not focusing the same target. And I'm pressing the wrong hotkey. And the hotkey I was pressing was my potion drinking hotkey. So now I've got 0 left. Nice to be able to tell them what to do. You can see the FPS drops now when there's a lot of stuff going on. Look at how many of my pets died. Was that exploding enemy? Okay, next. Oh, phew. Almost died. And sanctuary, nice. %9% crit strike avoidance, but throwing attack speed, I'm really not using throwing stuff on this build. I really want to test a throwing build just to see how it works. But that's not gonna be on a Beastmaster. I think it's the other one. Can't wait for dual wielding as well. I wanna be testing dual axes to see how dual axes would work. It's gonna be nice if they add a soft set of 2 axes that are meant to be played together. I really want to see a game that makes such a mechanic that, for example, you have a set of 2 swords or 2 axes, and depending on which side, like whether you're using in the left hand sword number 1 or axe number 1, or whether you're using that one in the right hand, to be getting slightly different bonuses. So let's say whether you're using it in the main or offhand SWAT, you're getting different bonuses. Something like that would be an amazing mechanic in the game. Because many games have sets like ice and fire, one-handed weapons, or a shield and a sword set, or bow and arrows and things like that, like small 2-piece sets and things like that, like holy dark, or fire and ice, or lightning and something else. So it would be nice to see some version where they're handling the bonuses we're getting differently based on which SWAT we are putting the item in. So let's say an item when used as an offhand gives X, when used as a main hand gives Y. I'm still waiting for a game that would allow me to dual wield shields. 2 shields. Again with Walking Fortress. Can throw shields like Captain America, can shield charge and bash and smash into enemies. Can do some... I'm liking how Grim Dawn has internal trauma as a damage type. I really love that that wording, the trauma stuff when it comes to physical and so on. Alright. Anything here? No. You're already at 40 and already gotten more than a level. Soon the second level would be gained. I think I started around somewhere here in the previous level. So it's already been good XP for those few minutes of running that. Come on. So anything else? Look at how many pew 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 enemies there are nearby. Oh, and now I'm out of potions. Thankfully I left some here. I love leaving some potions for rainy days every now and then. Next. This seems like a bug. I'm supposed to be able to resurrect this pet when I stay in the circle, but it's not filling up the bar. Might be a bug or might be something like a limit on how many times I can rest the same pet, or I don't know, some weird stuff. Alright. Wrong NPC. Nothing fancy, let's keep moving. Oh, ice one. Or is it? Oh, it's still the same, 3 times in a row, the same arena. Okay. Thankfully I told them to start attacking the same target. Oh, and I think that, wow, I'm surprised I survived this. I'm surprised I didn't get killed there. And a new level. Come on. I'm gonna go for potions. That was a long fight. Oh wow. But yeah, doing this mode kind of starts getting me sleepy. Like, I'm pretty sure I shouldn't be sleepy now, cause I woke up like... What is it now? 11:26 p.m. I woke up around 3, 3:30 in the afternoon, so I definitely shouldn't be feeling sleepy, but this game mode kind of is so boring that it makes me feel sleepy when I play. And this is why I would never be able to, even if I can survive more than 150 rounds, I'm never gonna be able to endure it. I mean, even if my hero doesn't die, I'm just gonna end it. Oh, another one of those. Let's see if it's better. By the way, I was using 2 of those and I replaced one of them. I replaced this one for that one. Which reminds me, this is not fractured yet. Really, on 86% chance to succeed, it would fail. This is how bad my RNG is in games. This is why I like systems that can help negate the bad RNG. Alright, nothing on the ground that I would want. Hopefully I don't fall asleep while playing this. Because my eyes are starting to close. Sometimes they would close for like a second before I realize it. Hopefully I don't die due to that. But nothing much can be done. Come on. Wow, the FPS drop. Just gonna weave it. All my pets are kind of in need of a rescue. Come on, boys, kill it, kill it, kill it with bites. Chomp, chomp. Oh, phew. Wow. More void. My void protection is the best out of all the protections I've got right now. So my best resistance on this setup right now is void, apparently. It's still not that good, but at least it's there, unlike some of my other protections. Hmm. So yeah, nothing too fancy on the ground. Shop still the same items. Come on, come on, come on. Nice. Love it when they drop potions in excess. Oh, my headset needs recharging. Well, after this round I might recharge my headset. 11:33 p.m. I wanna go until at least midnight, so at least half an hour. Hopefully I can survive without dying until then. But it will be tough. It will be tough now. Phew. And almost there. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Explosions. Almost got me there. Yeah, so just a second, need to start charging my headset. Okay, I started charging. Almost ready. So keep in mind, folks, next week should be the patch. They did promise it's this month and there's not much left of the month. Oh, welcome back, Reed Kito. Nice to see you again, dude. How have you been? Crit strike avoidance, I want that. Crit avoidance ward. I'm gonna be salvaging this crit avoidance. Nice, 3 of them. Let's do the next one. Well, Ritkito, you can see the patch notes here. These are the patch notes. I'm gonna post it on YouTube as well. And if you're watching on Mixer, the last message on my Mixer chat is the same patch notes. I'm not gonna duplicate and post it again. So yeah, enjoy those. It's not the full patch notes. I think it's just a preview of some of the changes. But I think there's more, a lot more that they're not saying in that, such as like new unique items are getting added. It has been confirmed and we know that it is happening. Next week, I'm hoping Monday or Tuesday, early in the week, but who knows? I mean, it all depends when they wanna do it. I'm not sure how they normally patch, cause I'm a new player in the game, so I've not been following their previously released patches, whether they're always on the same weekday. Some companies, you would notice, always do certain patching on Wednesdays or Thursdays, things like that. So I have no idea how Last Epoch's team does it. But I can tell you, I'm hoping it's gonna be early in the week. Since they released the patch notes on a Saturday, so makes sense for the patch notes to kind of be released 3-4 days before the patch. So if they release it on Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, seems like a good date for the patch. Well, you can wait to see how the patch changes things, whether the performance is better. But they're doing a lot of work on the game. They know what needs to be done and they're sticking to a plan, and they're adding new content, they're adding quality of life changes all the time, as you can see. So they definitely seem to know what to do, unlike some other developers out there in the genre that kind of seem lost when it comes to updates and what to do first and what to do next. My pets became so much squishier after I removed my second unique ring. That's a lot of armor, that's half of the armor bonus I was getting for them lost. So makes sense why they're dying so much now. No! Phew. No! That was a close one. I'm not sure how I even survived that hit there. Sorceress. Summon the whole gang. Almost another level up. You can't play any game now, and you don't know which one would be your priority. And yes, they are bringing multiplayer. Thunder Godbane, they are bringing multiplayer. I'm gonna show you the timeline. Apparently we're getting the first version of multiplayer with this next phase. I'm not sure whether it's gonna be with 077 or 077B, C, etc. But within this next phase, which is phase 3, phase 3 is starting very soon. So just a second, I'm gonna open the image. It's easier if I've got the image when I'm talking about it, just trying to find where I saved it. Last Epoch forecast Steam. So currently we're doing phase 2, but phase 3 is coming with, I think, patch 077 probably is the first part of phase 3. So I'm assuming not all of this would be coming in one big update, and we would be getting that bit by bit. But the idea is for the next 3 months or so, they would be introducing everything under this list. So from the things in phase 2 that are still missing is the character introduction, I think. So it's nice they would be expanding the not the multiplayer but the single player, the campaign. The campaign would get another chapter and then another one afterwards, and then multiplayer testing, classes, more classes, endgame system, then another 2 endgame systems, and so on. So I'm assuming phase 4 would be around autumn, winter maybe, when phase 4 would end and they would launch the game after phase 4, I'm assuming. So they do have a good roadmap and they're sticking to that roadmap. And besides the roadmap, they're also adding other stuff that are not on it, which is good. They keep surprising us with some good stuff that we never knew we needed until they gave it to us. Alright, let's keep going. Yes, there will be wipes because they would be having leak content. They would be having leaks. I know you're not a fan of leaks the same way I'm not a fan of leaks, but there will be wipes before the launch. So for now, I think the XP is pretty fast, so even if you lose your progress before the launch because there's gonna be a new leak, I don't think it's gonna be that big of a loss. You're still gonna be able to have a lot of fun playing the game in the beta, and when it's time for the game to launch, you would have a lot of experience under the belt and would know what to do, would know which skills to pick, which skill modifiers to pick when it comes to the skill system. So it's still a good opportunity before having that fresh start to be able to kind of have some experimentation going on and to test different builds before finding out which one works best for you. And then once the game launches, after the wipe, everyone can just start immediately building towards the build they want and collecting the gear for that build and so on. There's gonna be a lot of major changes apparently as well. I mean, not super major changes, but still serious things are gonna be implemented, and yeah. There's also going to be changes to the crafting system, as well as legendary items are going to be added. And a trading system under the name of as a bazaar, which apparently would be some sort of an auction house, where people can list items for in-game money. And based on when you're bidding, there will be bids, kind of like in MMOs. Based on how close the item is to expiring, the bids would be more expensive for the item. You would be paying a bigger fee. So it's not the lister that will be paying the fee, the big percentage fee, but it would be the buyer. The buyer would be kind of getting charged extra percent of the item price, something like that. I've only read a post from a few months ago that kind of explains their vision for the bazaar, but whether it will be exactly as they said back then, or maybe something has changed, we would know in a few months. What do you mean Warbone? What is Warbone? What's Warbone? For me the best right now is Torchlight 3, but I can't stream it and show it to you. Torchlight 3 is the most casual game, and as you know I'm a casual player, and Torchlight 3 ticks all the boxes I need ticked. But Torchlight 3 doesn't have a real endgame, it only has some map works, which is not really endgame, because you can do it at any level. So it's kind of like the monoliths. You can do the monoliths in this game without actually finishing the campaign. You don't need to finish the campaign to start doing those. So yeah, my favorite one would be probably Torchlight 3, but as I said, non-disclosure agreement, I can't stream it, and kind of sad times for me that I can't stream my favorite ARPG, but it's more simple. It's more simple, and even the trash builds can be viable in Torchlight 3 right now, which is nice. You don't have to have super min-maxed OP build to be able to clear everything well. Between Wolsen, Chaosbane and Last Epoch, I'm probably gonna say Last Epoch has the most quality of life and has some variety to do different stuff. I mean, it's different. I mean, Wolsen has some things better, Chaosbane has other things better, but Last Epoch has the most quality of life, and it has the most fun crafting system out of all the games, and it has super fun classes and builds. So Last Epoch probably I like more than Wolsen and Chaosbane in regards to systems. If you're not talking about graphics, because of course graphics wise Wolsen is the best so far. On the Western market, graphics wise, animation wise, I would say animation wise Wolsen is at the top. On the second place for me would be Chaosbane, and then Last Epoch. Sound wise, again Wolsen has the best sound effects. If you're only talking about those three games, Chaosbane, Wolsen and Last Epoch. If you're not talking about other games, because there's a lot of other games out there with similar fantasy isometric setting. Torchlight 3 is releasing this year, but they haven't said when. It's still in alpha. Just knowing that it's in alpha should give you an idea how far they are from release. There's a lot of placeholders, so when I log into the game to play it, I do see some placeholders, but they've been changing some stuff and I haven't played it in a while. I've been busy with other stuff. I need to walk back in just to see what's been added, what's in there. It's weird for me making content for a game without showing footage from within the game and having to show footage from the old version of the game. It's just super weird for me having to use my old build videos and stuff like that as the backdrop of the video when I'm talking about Torchlight. So I stopped making stuff recently for Torchlight until they remove the non-disclosure agreement. I'm not really happy about the non-disclosure agreement, but I understand why they want this. They want the non-disclosure agreement to prevent bad press for a game that has not been released. Because as soon as something launches on Steam as early access, even though it's in an alpha and you can't get invited without a key, or getting to win a key from a giveaway or something like that, people on Steam like putting reviews and giving the game bad press before it has even been considered as launched. So they're probably trying to avoid people saying, oh, I don't like this because of that and that. Since the game is not launched, it makes sense to do a little bit of NDA before everything has been made better. Because there's a lot of things that people would say, whoa, what the hell is that? Why is that in the game? Why is this empty? Why is this not like that? And so on. There's those WTF moments where you can't progress, but the team has always been super good when it comes to addressing progression blocking bugs and stuff like that when it comes to Torchlight 3. And the best part is the developers are so active in the Discord. Even the CEO, one of the fathers of Diablo 1 and 2, Max Schaefer comes and hangs out with the Torchlight community in the Torchlight Discord every now and then. So he's a down-to-earth guy and loves talking with us, the players, and I'm pretty sure he does read most of the things that are written there when he's online and chatting with us. So you can see the passion that gets put into Torchlight from the developers, and knowing that one of the greatest minds in the industry, one of the founding fathers of the Diablo franchise and Blizzard North, was it? Is in charge of the game, it just gives me good hopes. I was a big fan of Torchlight 1 and 2. I'm not like a hardcore fan of Torchlight 1 and 2, but definitely had my fair share of playing the games and the modded versions. And I know that they listen. In fact, they even make community challenges where a community member would win and would get a version of an item they suggested added into the game, which already happened once. And they're just kind of currently Torchlight 3 is undergoing a transformation, like major transformation from a game designed as a semi-MMO game into a game designed as a premium model, non-free-to-play game with acts instead of that horizontal progression. So it has the vertical progression now with standard acts. So until this transformation has been properly finished and flattened out, I guess we're not gonna see the NDA getting lifted, because there's still some things that kind of feel weird in it. But I've got over 1,000 hours in Torchlight over the last year. Around April, middle of April last year is when I started playing Torchlight and streaming it, Torchlight 3, and yeah, since then I've streamed more than thousands of hours and played even more. I haven't played much recently because I'm just waiting for certain things to change. Wilson and Chaos Bane do have potential, but Chaos Bane has the least potential right now in between the three games. In between Last Epoch, Wilson and Chaos Bane. Because with Wilson you don't need to do that much to squeeze the most out of it, the most out of the potential it has. Whereas with Chaos Bane there need to be some major changes to the game, to the systems in the game, major reworks of core systems that make the game what it is. Whereas with Wilson it's more about balancing bug fixes, quality of life, things like that, and adding fresh new content, variety of endgame activities. With Last Epoch it's about the performance, the visuals a bit, and again a little bit more quality of life and variety, which is already in the roadmap, so they do know what the game needs. They do know what the game needs, and seeing their roadmap gives me hopes that they're aware of what needs to be added in Last Epoch. Oh, that's close to the max. 47 out of 48. Well, this is a keeper. Cold and whitening damage increased, I mean, come on. That by itself is a huge boost, and yeah. No! Fuck. Ah, damn it. I hate when I do this by accident. I wish I could kind of remove this or disable this sword button. I don't think sword and stash should be next to each other. I'd rather have them separate. Because now I have to do this to sort my inventory properly. Why am I keeping this ring? Crit strike avoidance. I must have had some idea for it, but I already have this one, so that's... But this one gives me minion damage, so that's why I was keeping it probably. Probably wanted to craft myself crit strike avoidance. Well, let's keep it for now. I'm at wave 80 already. Wow, this damage hurts. Really need more crit strike avoidance. No, 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 move. Phew. I'm not sure how I survived, but okay. Ah, I can't move. What's happening? Come on, Wolfie. Kill the other Wolfies. I keep pressing Q instead of A. A is my attack, pet attack button, Q is my potion. I end up using my potions for nothing. So it's already midnight. Well, I'm probably gonna do another 5 or 10 waves depending how many I survive. Not a long stream today. Been kind of doing other stuff during the day. Playing some other games that I can't stream. And testing some stuff. Let's see. Okay, let's move. Oh, it immediately spawned here. Hope I can kill it before the other one arrives. And now the other one's here. Let's kill this one first. There we go. Oh! Almost died there. Damn, those hurt. Kill it, pet. Kill, 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 kill. I need HP potions. Fuck, I'm screwed. If I don't find any HP potions soon. I'm letting my pets do the killing. I'm just standing on the side trying not to get hit. Oh, HP potion. Okay, now we can kind of do the thing. Oh wow. They're dying a lot on this round. I need to probably go back to the other ring. Oh, this is actually a sentry that is a rare enemy. A rare enemy Skellyman archer. Okay, focus the eye, focus the eye. I'm just guiding. Come on, pets, help. Help! Help! Come on, pets, kill it, kill it. They're too fast for my pets to catch up with them. Probably should have kept 2 unique rings for armor for the pets. This round they're suffering a lot of damage. Let's see if there's anything worth picking up. Next. Oh, nice, this I need. Okay. And I'm gonna sell these two. So maybe one more round of 5 waves. Oh, the necro zone, the Rustland arena. Yeah, this would be probably the last one. I just kind of getting late here, already past midnight. Not even sure I can survive that one. Hello, hello, thank you very much for the follow. Nisherwalk, thank you for the follow and welcome to the Struck Club to you. Enjoy your stay and nice to have you here. Oh wow. I'm kind of stuck here. No potions. Okay, there's potions here. Thankfully the pets are doing their thing. Come on bear, rest. Pets are doing good. They're kind of dying a lot, but I removed a lot of armor by sacrificing one of my rings to put a custom made ring instead of the unique one. And that's like 800 armor less for the pets. And just to give you an idea, I've got 156 armor on me. And with the pets I had 2 times 800 from rings. And I removed one of the 800. But armor is against physical damage only, and they're taking a lot of non-physical damage here in this map. Let's not pick up all the potions at once, as I normally tend to try not to do as well. Oh shit, I just used the potion without needing to. Alright, let's do another 5 waves, maybe. 9 minutes past midnight, we can do another 5 waves before I go. Ah, survive. Phew, that was close. They were on one hit left. I kind of tried to push it to try and kill them. But, oh wow, look at this FPS drop. Look at this. Not sure what's happening, but I think that's what's happening. Those enemies getting summoned. Ah, fuck, 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 fuck. Fuck, I can't escape. Yeah, I did this to myself. Why am I going this way when I can go out there in the open? But anyway, that was gonna be my last round, regardless whether I completed it or not. So let's spend that skill point. And how's my dodge rating now? 67. So yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight. Short stream because I started later. Tomorrow I can do a little bit of Chaos Bane or Wosen or this game again. Open to suggestions what people wanna see. If the patch of this game is released tomorrow, I'm definitely gonna play it. If it doesn't get released tomorrow, then it's kind of doubtful whether that's gonna be it or not. But thanks again for watching. Let me quickly read this. Nisherwalk said, "Hey, found you on YouTube when I was looking for some Chaosbane tips. Awesome content on there, so thanks." Well, feel free to ask me, and you can always find me on Discord if I'm not streaming. I've got a Discord server where you can find me. I think I didn't type it. Discord. Oh, there we go. So this is the link to join the Discord if you want to find me. If you need some tips, even if I'm not streaming, I can always give you tips when I see the messages and hints. I'm also in the official Chaosbane server, and I've been giving some hints to people there, and I'm glad that you're enjoying the content. So again, thanks for watching, folks. This would be it for tonight. Keep it cool, and until next time.